Hello everyone, I am Nitish Sharma on the behalf of EduBridge IAS. Today we'll be discussing an important topic, that is Global Hunger Index. This is important for three reasons. First, it is in news. Second, the syllabus of GS paper 2 mentions hunger as one of the topic. And third, in the prelims, UPSC has been asking questions from the indices. So because of these three reasons, Global Hunger Index is very, very important. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. And also click on the bell icon so that you get updates about our regular videos. And also, if you want to attend the daily quiz and you want daily current affairs, please join our Telegram channel. The link of our Telegram channel is provided in the description of this video. So let's begin with Global Hunger Index. Why it is in news? Well, first we need to know why it is in news. So recently, the 2020 ranking of Global Hunger Index have been declared. In this 2020 ranking, India has got 94th position out of 107 countries. It is an improved rank as compared to the previous times. However, the cause of concern is that India is ranked below Nepal, Bangladesh, Myanmar, or even Pakistan. This is a cause of concern that there must be something wrong, because we clearly know that hunger, malnutrition, undernutrition, stunting, wasting, child mortality in India is definitely not severe than Pakistan. So that is why the Minister of State for Agriculture, Union Minister of State for Agriculture, has raised this issue in the Parliament regarding the methodology that is being used for calculating the Global Hunger Index and the data accuracy that they have while calculating this report. Okay, so that is why it is in news. Now, which organization publishes the Global Hunger Index? This has been a UPSC question, and UPSC is very much concerned about the question related to hunger and malnutrition. So there are two NGOs which are jointly publishing this report. One is World Hunger Health, and along with World Hunger Health, there is an organization called as Concern Worldwide, which are jointly releasing the Global Hunger Index. A question this can also be asked, that Concern Worldwide, World Hunger Health has been releasing Global Hunger Index for a long time, which would be wrong, because before 2017 there was another organization that has been releasing Global Hunger Index. Give me the names of that organization in the comments so that you are well prepared and know the history of Global Hunger Index also. So you here can see the ranking. China is within the rank of 1 to 17, where China is having score of less than 5 and India is having the score of 27.2. Now you can see color codes. Okay, I'll tell you the color codes and I'll tell you the difference of these color codes. Okay, but just see that Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Myanmar, they are ranked better than India. This is the 2020 ranking. Okay. Now, if we see the trend, the GHI score for India is reducing year by year, and these are the indicators. So before understanding it further, let us know something about Global Hunger Index. So as I have already told you, it is a peer-reviewed publication. It means it is among the peers. There is no research methodology to find the data, and it is a peer review annual report which is released by World Hunger Health and Concern Worldwide. What does it do? It tracks the hunger at global, regional and national level. Okay, at global, regional and national level. The formula that is based upon 3 dimensions and 4 indicators. The formula is based upon 3 dimensions and 4 indicators. What are the dimensions? First is inadequate food supply, which will calculate undernourishment. Other is child mortality, which will calculate under 5 child mortality, and it will calculate child undernutrition, which will include half will include wasting and half will include stunting. So these are the 4 dimensions, 3 dimensions and 4 indicators. 3 dimensions are inadequate food supply, child mortality and undernutrition. Dimensions are undernourishment, under 5 mortality, stunting and wasting. Now the question may be, what does all these indicators mean? Undernourishment means that there is insufficient calorific intake. For example, for a rural adult, the daily calorific intake is 2400 kilojoule calorie per day per person. Now, if the person is getting on less than these calories, that person might be considered undernourished. I'm just giving you this example. This is based upon the poverty line, but this is not the exact calorific intake that is used by Global Hunger Index. I'm just giving you as an example. Okay, so this is undernourishment. Child wasting क्या होता है? When you see a child who is of 5 years of age, ये तीनों जो criteria है, we are only discussing for children who are up to the age of 5. So when you see a child who is having a good height, but the weight is very low as compared to height, that child will be considered as wasted. That child will be considered as wasted means the nourishment has gone totally into the raising of height and all other nourishment has been wasted. So it is long height for weight, that is wasting. Stunting is a child who is of 5 years of age, but that child is having less height. The child is having less height. So that child will be considered as stunted. इसका simple example है, जैसे आप you see बचपन में जाते थे ना कि कपड़े दिखाइए, 5 साल के बच्चे के लिए कपड़े दिखाइए. अगर वो 5 साल के बच्चे के लिए जो कपड़े दिखाए गए हैं और वो 5 साल के बच्चे के कपड़े अगर किसी बच्चे को बहुत लंबे आते हैं तो that child might be considered as stunted. ठीक है? It is not same as dwarf. Be very very clear. Stunting is not same as dwarf. Dwarfs is considered as a disability. It is considered under the persons with disability. Dwarfs are not stunted. ठीक है? तो ये भी बहुत clearly समझ जाइएगा. Child mortality means those children who cannot celebrate their 5th birthdays. The children who die before the age of 5, they will be counted in the child mortality. So these are the 4 indicators. These are very important for the UPSC point of view. Now, the GHI index is counted on the basis of the score, which varies from 0 to 100. Which varies from 0 to 100. On the basis of this score, if the country is having a score 0 or the lesser the score, lesser will be the hunger. So 0 score means no hunger. Okay, and 100 means very very high hunger situation. So those countries which are having score less than 9.9 like China, they are having low hunger. The countries which are having hunger 10 to 19.9 like Sri Lanka, they are having moderate hunger. The countries which are having score 20 to 34.9, they are having serious hunger like India. The countries which are having score 35 to 49.9, they are having alarming hunger, and countries which are having score more than 40, they are having extremely alarming hunger situation. Okay, so this is the way score is given and this is the way rank is counted. So if the score is least, that country will be given first rank, and the score is the highest, that country will be given the 107th rank. So total 107 countries are there. Now, why or what are these scores reflecting? These scores are reflecting on the basis of data that have been used for calculation. For example, undernourishment data is being taken from 2017 to 19, stunting and wasting data is taken from 15 to 19, and mortality data is taken from 2018. Be very 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 clear that the 2020 data is not involved. So if it is asked in the examination that India's performance in global hunger index has been affected because of pandemic. So that would be wrong, because GHI is not calculating the 2020 data. Maybe 2021 report may reflect, maybe 2021 report may reflect the 2020 data, but 2020 report is not reflecting the data of 2020. Okay, so be very clear about this. Now, why hunger is there? So there can be so many reasons, but broadly the reasons can be lack of food, poor quality diet, inadequate child care giving practices, and unhealthy environment, or all of these. Okay, these all can be the reasons of hunger. Now question is why there is a criticism of this report. The criticism is because that more weightage is given to children in this report. More weightage is given to children in this report. However, in India, only 7.5% of the population will consist of children. So it does not reflect the actual situation in India, because it is only taking account of 1 to 11. It is taking account of 11.5% of population. Second thing, it does not represent the social determinant. It does not represent the social determinant. For example, in India, the average height of a child is not same as the average height of a child in Denmark, right? In India, the type of food that people are consuming, which is vegetarian, is not same as the food that the people in China are consuming, which may include non-vegetarian food also. It also does not include genes. It does not include genes, and this is why the report is not giving you the true picture. The third criticism is that on what basis the minimum energy requirement will be counted. On what basis you will identify the cutoff, that this is the point till where a child will be undernourished, and this is the point which is the nourishment point, and this is the point where there is overnourishment. So what is the criteria? And this debate is still going on the basis of this criteria, and that is why there is a criticism. Now, what can be the way forward? We can definitely align our agricultural policies on the basis of nutritional objectives. That can be a way forward. Second, we can provide support for small scale food producers so that the nourishment will be a priority for the small scale producers, which is not being promoted because of the infrastructure and financial services requirement. We can restructure the integrated child development services and leverage it through PDS system. We can extend coverage of food fortification of staples. For example, if we add iron in millets, that can be a food fortification. Okay, so we can do that. We can also increase the coverage of National Nutrition Mission 2.0, and there is also another mission that or program, that is comprehensive national nutrition program. We can include all these things to have better nutritional security in India, which is the priority, because food security we have already focused upon. So we have to now shift towards the nutritional security. Now let us have a quick revision of whatever we have read till now, so that you are able to understand this topic properly. So why news? Because of the ranking. India is ranked 94. India is in the severe hunger category. The report is released by World Hunger Health and Concerned Worldwide. The report was released by another organization, which will be posting as your answer in the comment section, or I'll tell you the answer in the next class or next video. And this includes 3 dimensions and 4 indicators. 3 dimensions are undernourishment, under 5 mortality, and child undernutrition. 4 dimensions are undernourishment, child wasting, child stunting, and child mortality. And the lesser the score, lesser the hunger, higher the score, more is hunger. This is what we need to know in the global hunger index. I hope you understood this topic and you achieved conceptual clarity. For more videos, continue to visit our channel and join our Telegram channel also. And in case you are preparing for UPSC 2021 and you feel that you need a discipline or you need a boost to your preparation, so EduBridge IAS is launching a crash course. The crash course is wonderfully designed to ensure that the students, they get all the conceptual clarity with a quick revision and solving of MCQs and expected questions for UPSC 2021. We did the UPSC 2020 crash course, and the results were even so overwhelming that we did not expect such overwhelming results. So if you are serious, if you are ready to work hard, and if you want to achieve your dream, do go through the crash course. And I would personally suggest at least attend certain classes which are provided as demo, so that you can have an idea. Okay, thank you very much. We'll come back with another topic very soon. Thank you very much. Have a good day and keep yourself safe. Thank you.